It's Diversity TV bringing you the Untold stories for the week of December 3rd, 2021 in English and French from our River Valley studio in Edmonton, Alberta's capital. I am your host, Maureen Enwezor-Nnamonu in English, and our French broadcast by professional translator and mediator, Emi Batoum. Sponsored by Razy Plumbing and Heating, now offering fantastic deals for water heaters and furnaces. Here are the headlines for this week. The Omicron variant of the COVID-19 virus is now in Canada as well as in Alberta. Medical authorities advise on what you can do to protect yourself and your family and the community. Get to know about the Inclusion Project, making diversity and inclusion a competitive advantage in your organization and how your organization can lead with it. And the questions of the week are, as Barbados transitions from a monarchy to a republic, what would you call a person from Barbados? In some of the toughest times in your life, why is your property tax still going up? And now, the news in detail. Segment 1. Omicron is now in Alberta. An individual who returned from Nigeria and the Netherlands a week ago tested positive for the variant. He is under strict quarantine and equipped with testing kits. Alberta's Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Dina Hinshaw, made the announcement in a press conference on November 30th, 2021.
I'm reporting that we have now one confirmed case of the Omicron variant in Alberta. This case has been confirmed in a returning traveler from Nigeria and the Netherlands. The individual tested positive while asymptomatic, and I can confirm that this individual has not left quarantine since their arrival from international travel. We have notified the individual and their household, and all necessary measures are in place to prevent transmission. I would like to remind all Albertans that neither this individual nor their household members have done anything wrong. From previous variants and spread, we have at times seen stigma or criticism directed towards individuals or groups. I encourage all Albertans to show empathy to this household and any others who may eventually be identified with the Omicron variant. While it is important that we all continue to be vigilant in the face of COVID-19 to protect ourselves and others, I don't want Albertans to be alarmed. As I mentioned yesterday, we anticipated the arrival of this variant in the province eventually, based on what we have seen with previous strains of COVID-19. We are well prepared for this eventuality and have the necessary tools in place to monitor this case and any potential spread of the variant. As I have mentioned, our goal is to delay the spread of Omicron while we learn more about it. At this time, this is the only confirmed case of Omicron in the province. There are federal requirements currently in place, including a mandate that anyone who has arrived in Canada from South Africa, Eswatini, Lesotho, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and Namibia in the last 14 days is required to immediately have a COVID test and to quarantine at home for 14 days following their arrival.
Canada added Nigeria, Malawi, and Egypt to the expanding list of countries on its travel ban. The initial list includes South Africa, Mozambique, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Lesotho, and Eswatini. Segment 2, Fashion and Beauty Time on Diversity TV. Lola Olorunfemi worked her magic on Diversity TV host Harriet Tinker at Beauty Diamond Medi Spa, 4530 99th Street, Edmonton. Lola did PRP, platelet-rich plasma, facial rejuvenation to make her face younger and glowing. Check out Beauty Diamond Medi Spa at www.beautydiamondmedispa.ca. Want to know the secret behind your host's elegant, eye-catching hairstyles? The amiable Teresa at Quick Fix Hair and Beauty is your plug. Go see her for your hair, beauty, and cosmetic care. Find her at 10422A 118th Avenue, Edmonton. Call 780-802 1161 and locate her on Facebook or Instagram. Segment 3. In our business news this week, we made a stop at the New Horizon Mall in Calgary, supported by Saba Teklu from BCW in Action, to talk to 3 Calgary lionesses making their entrepreneurial dreams a reality in the New Horizon Mall in Calgary. Chinwe Okafor, owner of Chixie Collections, selling elegant men's and women's clothing.
My name is Chichi. I'm here, I sell clothing, everything about clothing. Formal clothing for kids. This is for kids like a year old. And we have up to 16 years. So actually 0 to 16 years. And we have something like this for baby christening. And we have this ones for 8 years old. Also, this is suits for boys, for kids, and they're all 3-piece. They come with the jacket, vest, and pants. So they're all here. And this session here are for men, for your wedding, for your birthday party, and also for your office work as well. We are located at New Horizon Mall, Calgary, and the store name is called Chixie Collections. Yeah. You can find us on Facebook at chixiecollections.com or on Instagram, Chixie Collections as well. So this session here are for ladies. We have all this for our ladies. If you are skinny, you're big, we have all sizes. Something like this.
Priye Obuzua, owner of Hazel and Steel, your one-stop lingerie men's underwear stop.
Hi, my name is Priya Benedicta Obuzua. Currently, you're at a flagship location for Hazel and Steel lingerie and men's underwear store. It's, of course, a Black-owned business owned by me. I'm originally African, but I'm also Canadian. And this is our first physical location, although we also are strongly based online as well, so we can cater to a global audience. I sell women's underwear, women's lingerie and loungewear, and men's underwear as well. Oh, yes. So I usually talk to most people, right? And say, look, if you have an event coming up, some people are planning big vacations, maybe destination weddings, you have a honeymoon. We have packages for couples. There's a lot of lingerie you can wear, new couples, different colors. We can have all that put in a package for you. All of this, and it's so comfortable. We've taken time out to develop our products to make sure, number one, they're friendly to your body and your skin, and also gives you the comfort that you need when you're going to bed. So apart from that, we have loungewear. Like I said, people are planning vacations, things like this, this suede 2-piece set that's so comfortable and can just use to chill. You can just take a trip, to an island, and you're in your own resort, for instance, and you're writing a book. You can just be in your loungewear. We have, over here, we have these lovely, lovely robes that are customizable as well. And they have this English feel, very comfortable, and high quality products.
And Yolanda Yenga, owner of Romley Beauty Supply and Salon. Let's hear from these amazing business owners, the services they offer to our community, and how to find them in Calgary or online from wherever you are.
My name is Yolanda Yenga. I'm a hairdresser, so I do cosmetologist. Yeah. So I do makeup, I do hair. I do almost everything. It's more than 20 years I'm doing that. wigs, and then I do extension, I do perm, I do hair treatment. What? I do almost everything. I do curl, I cut hair. So I have a full service here. Horizon Mall, and then we have a new shop in downtown in the 6th Avenue. So it's a 2 location. Side is a Homely Beauty Supply, and then we have a Facebook too, and then it's still Homely Beauty Supply.
Segment 4. Straight Talk COVID and Our People. Are Southern African countries being punished for making a crucial COVID-19 contribution? Omicron, the quick to mutate and rapidly transmittable COVID-19 variant already detected in dozens of countries across the world, including Alberta and other provinces in Canada, was first identified by scientists in South Africa. In a press conference this week, Alberta Premier Jason Kenney thanked the federal government for placing travel restrictions on southern African countries, even though he himself said the variant had been identified in so many countries, including the Canadian region of Ontario, and now confirmed in Alberta. In response to travel bans from southern African countries, the South African president, Cyril Ramaphosa, said they are being punished for helping the global COVID-19 battle. The World Health Organization, WHO Director General, Tedros Ghebreyesus, says travel bans are not the solution, but rather vaccine sharing, which he stressed is not a charity, but a shared commitment to help protect everyone from the killer virus. Segment 5, on to Diversity TV International News. And the question of the week is, what do you call a person from Barbados? This week, Barbados transitioned from a monarchy to a republic. We invited a former honorary consul general from Barbados in Calgary, David Ince, to talk about this big news.
We are very happy today. I know some people wondered exactly what was in this transition, but essentially it is mostly a symbolic one. Up to now, we were a constitutional monarchy, very similar to what you have in Canada, for the people from Canada who are listening, in that although we were an independent nation, we still had very much the Queen of England, the royal family, as our head of state here. So even though we became independent in 1966, we still maintained the Queen as the head of state. So even though she didn't have a formal role, executive role as we call it, we had a Governor General, similar to what again you have in Canada. And that Governor General was the Queen's representative here, even though there was not really any interaction, but still she represented the Queen up in England. And so we made that change to Republic, which means that essentially her role, the role of Governor General, Dame Sandra Mason, who's got that role now, has changed from being the Governor General to become the first President of Barbados. And as president, she is the head of state, so it is mainly a ceremonial role, mainly similar to what she would have had as Governor General. But nevertheless, it's a big symbolic change, because it is now that we can say that we are really truly free in a sense, because we are truly now apart from that colonial history. We are no longer, we not only are we no longer a colony, we also have broken away fully from the UK and the royal. And the diaspora, Barbados diaspora, I guess the Caribbean diaspora, I would say that it has given us, and as I said, I live in Canada, even though I'm here in Barbados at the moment doing work. I think it's been a source of quite a bit of pride in the sense that we that have left Barbados to go to other shores, we still keep a very close ties to the country, most of us. We still want to see our country go forward. And it's a level of confidence that is there to say, look, we can fully manage our own affairs. Even though, as I said, we've been doing it for years, it still is something that when you actually make it official, when you take it, make it on the book something that's official, when you don't have, when you don't have that tie, when you can make your own constitution. We just did a charter and everything, so it is very much ours. So it's a sense of ownership and pride fully, especially given how far we've come as a country. Because as you would know, we're going back to the 1600s. I mean, the slave trade started here in Barbados. I mean, in the Americas, we were to some extent the epicenter. So this is where it started. And to think that the revolts that we had over the time and the back and forth, going from that to a system where black people didn't really have, took a while, to have even the right to vote and then the right to really be full citizens. It is like the last in that step, and it follows on from last year when we had the statue of Lord Nelson we had, who's from Britain, who was in our main square in Barbados for many, many years, and it was symbolic that we removed him last year. And I think the momentum for that is what brought us here. I mean, we've been talking about this for a long time, but it's one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to do it. And what this government here was able to do it and to bring the people along. I mean, it still takes the time for everybody to fully appreciate. People will say, but why now? Or if there's no difference, why do it? But now that we have done it, I think the recognition that, hey, is really here. I think a lot of people do feel a sense of pride. We had a really good ceremony the other evening, and I think there are a lot of proud Barbadians both here and abroad. So I think that it gives people overseas a sense that, hey, we can make it here. We can mean that when we are overseas, we can also be strong. We can be independent. We don't have to fear that we have to kind of cower in the countries that we're in, especially if they're countries where we're a minority. As I said, as Barbadians, or even so, black Barbadians also maybe even more so than that. But it does give us a sense of confidence, and just makes us feel good that we are continuing to move ahead. It's a journey, and we've taken one more step in that journey. The main thing is changes in terms of some of the names of things. Like, for example, we had the Royal Barbados Police Force. It's now been changed to the Barbados Police Service. Government House changed to State House. So a lot of nomenclature, places that where the crown would have been mentioned before, now it will be mentioned the state or the president. So all references would be to Barbados rather than and to the Queen and her heirs and that type of thing. So that is the main thing. It doesn't change the day-to-day life of Barbadians. I mean, we're still part of the Commonwealth, which is the historical grouping of countries that would have been originally colonies. So there is still that. So the connection is still there. It's not that we're no longer going to be interacting with people. We're still going to be doing all the different things, but it's just that it is something that is symbolic, but yet still it makes a difference in the feeling of people. So Barbadian is the main thing normally. Barbadian, like Canadian, Barbadian. And then Bajan, which a lot of people know as Bajan is how it's spelled, but it's actually Bajan, and we're called call ourselves Bajans, and people from Caribbean also call us Bajan. So we have like our Bajan soca queen Rihanna that you mentioned earlier, so on. So yeah, that's how we're called. You know, pretty relaxed down here, but we get to work when we need to and do what we have to do. But yes, Barbadian or Bajan.
Segment 6. What do we have for food this week? This peppery sauce goes on everything she eats. This week, we share how an ambassador of Royal Tiso experienced the pepper sauce. This delicious, naturally, locally made, locally sourced Royal Tiso pepper sauce is in mild, hot, and extra hot flavors for the pepper and non-pepper eaters. Watch how Mirabelle enjoys it.
I like to eat my Royal Tiso with rice, white rice. Nothing, because it tastes a lot better that way. I get to enjoy the flavor of Royal Tiso quite easily this way. I just put a good chunk of it like that, then I mix it together. Then I eat just with the Royal Tiso. No, that is good. It tastes so good. It's spicy, not too hot, just perfect with the rice. And there's no other thing in the rice to conflict the taste of the Royal Tiso. So it makes life easy. Boil the rice and eat the soup.
Segment 7. The Inclusion Project. Get to know about the Inclusion Project, making equity, diversity, and inclusion, ED&I, a competitive advantage in your organization and how your organization can lead with it. Is your organization at the baseline level, initiation stage, implementation level, celebration, sharing, and or leading stage in its equity, diversity, and inclusion journey? The Inclusion Project, a project of Diversity Magazine, Canada's largest multicultural publication, is a platform to recognize, share, educate, and promote equity, diversity, and inclusion. ED&I friendly practices and what organizations are doing with respect to ED&I. Corporations, as well as ED&I-minded organizations and individuals wanting to share their journeys with the public, are encouraged to do so with the option for a follow-up on where they are on their equity, diversity, and inclusion journeys in the future. The Inclusion Project will climax with the Diversity Awards in April 2022, celebrating those making verifiable, tangible differences in equity, diversity, and inclusion. Let's share your ED&I journeys with the world today. For a detailed outline of this project, or want to share your organization's ED&I journey, or to be considered for Diversity Awards, please go to diversitymag.ca/theinclusiveproject.
Unlimited high-speed internet at an affordable price with no contract to sign and no credit check. That's CloudStar. Downloads as fast as 1 gig and the option of connecting to our fiber network to enjoy uploads of the same speed. At CloudStar, technology is our passion, and we believe that the quality of our service is measured by what you get out of it. Revolutionize your relationship to internet, cable, home phone, and smart security with CloudStar.
Segment 8. What do we have for community announcements this week? Get to know some of the employment programs offered by Solomon College in Edmonton. Please contact 780-431-1515 or info@solomoncollege.ca.
And I'm here today to talk to you about 3 employment programs that Solomon College delivers. The first is our Connections to Employment program, which focuses on preparing newcomers to work in the retail sector. Secondly, we have our Food Service Supervisor Preparation Program, which supports newcomers to develop skills to work in the food services sector. And our final employment training program is our Quest Key Workplace Essential Skills Training Program, which is designed to help newcomers build warehouse technology skills to work in the warehousing sector.
In the toughest times, your property tax is on the rise. Why? The Calgary City Council has approved a municipal property tax rate increase of 3.87% for 2022. The city says some of the services that will receive critical investments in 2022 include snow and ice control, affordable housing, parks, public safety, and climate strategy. It added that there will be freezes or decreases to specific user fees in 2022 on black, blue, and green card rates, and reductions to building safety and development approval-based fees. In Edmonton, the city is proposing a 1.8% tax increase in 2022. The city says the proposed 1.8% property tax increase would cover costs for key projects such as the Valley Line LRT, 0.1%, the alley renewal, 0.3%. Other increases are slated for the Edmonton Police Service, 0.7%, and city services in general, 0.7%. Budget deliberations will carry over into December. However, based on the proposed increase, the average Edmonton homeowner might see annual property taxes go up by about $14 per $100,000 of assessed value, or around $50 for the median single-family home. Learn more at transforming.edmonton.ca/City of Edmonton Budget 2022 questions and answers. Moving on to more colorful news. What do the Edmonton High Level Bridge lights represent this week? On November 29th, purple for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. November 30th, periwinkle blue for Stomach Cancer Awareness Day. December 1st, red for World AIDS Day. December 3rd, pink, blue, green, and orange for International Day for Persons with Disabilities. December 4th, green, white, and red for the Downtown Holiday Light Up. To represent something or learn more, please go to www.edmonton.ca/light. Over to Emi for our French broadcast. Hello, Emi.
Merci beaucoup, Maureen. C'est vendredi, le 3 décembre 2021. Vous êtes sur Diversity TV, je suis Emi Batoum. Voici les titres de votre journal pour cette semaine. Omicron. Le variant du Covid-19 est maintenant au Canada et en Alberta. Les autorités en charge de la santé publique nous donnent des conseils sur comment nous protéger notre famille et notre communauté. Nous sommes curieux de savoir ce que fait votre entreprise, votre organisation sur la diversité et l'inclusion, un atout de qualité, et comment elle peut servir de modèle dans ce domaine. C'est dans le cadre de notre projet Inclusion. Et maintenant, les questions de la semaine. Oui, parce que cette semaine, nous en avons 2. Première question. Cette semaine, la Barbade a quitté la couronne britannique pour devenir une république. Qu'est-ce que cela signifie pour les personnes vivant en Barbade? Deuxième question. Au moment les plus durs de notre vie, pourquoi est-ce que notre taxe foncière augmente encore? Over to you, Maureen.
Thank you very much, Emi. And this is all we have for you this week. Thank you for watching Diversity TV Community Newscast. Be the first to get our community newscast as it happens. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification on our Diversity TV YouTube channel. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Our website is www.diversitymag.ca. See you next week, because when it's Friday, it's your newscast from Diversity TV. See you next week, and thank you for watching.